This way, I think.
I didn't walk yesterday, so.
Oh, that's right. June 19th. Juneteenth?
June 19th.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. They call it Juneteenth because it is the anniversary of when slavery was abolished.
Yay.
Uh-huh.
What a great
So,
day that was.
Uh-huh. Abraham Lincoln, which I guess our grandson is named after.
I think
Well,
he's named after Abraham
Well,
Lincoln.
I think he will embrace that as he becomes older.
He might.
I think he will say, yeah, that's kind of a cool name, cool thing to be named after. Mm-hmm. It is warmer out this morning, but it could be raining. It's been raining off and on, and it says for the next 7 days it will be. But they said you'll probably have more sunshine than rain. But it'll be, we're getting back into that same pattern where every day has a chance of a thunder shower because it's going to be more humid. Basically, Maryland has become what Florida was 25 years ago.
Right.
The temperature, it was with the humidity. As I was coming back from walking Paul's, I saw there was trash up this way, so we will have some trash to pick up.
Okay.
Some trash to pick up, as usual. Yeah. Some days more than others. Oh, what is this? That's a leaf. Plastic container. At least the rain washed them out. So I don't get ketchup and stuff on my hands. Some sticks there. Get it, Meg. A little bit more plastic. I usually pick my daily winner of what trash I pick up.
Oh.
Like some days
Is
it's,
that right?
More often than not, and I think I have mentioned this, it's cookout.
Like the worst piece of trash, or like?
Or like the one I see the most of, like whether it's from McDonald's or Dunkin' Donuts or something like that,
Right.
Arby's, whatever. The daily winner of the trashiest customers of that day. I see golden arches. Oh no, it's a bag. I thought I saw McDonald's. It's just a plastic bag. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that is.
That can't be a good
Something,
thing.
pretzels or something. Ooh. It could be worse. I think, part of it is walking here, picking it up. I mean, if you think what the accumulation would be if we didn't pick up stuff every day. Yeah.
Jake would have to hire somebody.
That's right.
He should pay you instead.
I don't do it for the money.
Well, he should still pay you.
Do it for... Oh, shoot. For one thing, I do it for my own selfish reasons. I just don't like to see the trash all over the place. Yeah. Some kind of netting. Some kind of... Looks like it might have been a hairnet or something. I don't know.
Whipped it out of their car. Oh.
What was that? I always think of, when I think of somebody throwing trash, I laughed out loud reading Bill Bryson's book. I think, as I often do, I probably made you listen to me read it to you as well, about his friend Katz when they were hiking on the Appalachian Trail, And Cat's pack was so heavy, he was reaching back in his pack and just throwing stuff randomly left and right. And then they get there and they get to their camp and they don't have any food because Cat's just throwing all the food in the woods. And even like one of the things was they had some of their, like, it was either Twinkies or Ho-Hos, something like that. And he was like, damn, I can't believe I threw the Ho-Hos. Oh, Cats. That is, I don't think the movie does it justice. The movie is pretty funny, but the movie was made with Robert Redford and Nick Nolte playing the parts of Bryson and Cat. A rock. Because it goes over here. But yeah, well, looks like a vehicle hit the fence there at the Elks.
Either that or just fell over like that.
No, it looks like there was,
An accident, maybe?
yeah, looks like there was some force involved in that. I would say that was a really distracted driver or alcohol was involved, because that curve's not that hard to negotiate.
No.
Not like it's like a,
Right away, actually.
yeah, it's not like it's a blind curve. I think
Texting while driving.
that's possible. Yep. But getting back to the Bryson, it's called A Walk in the Woods. And if you've never read any Bill Bryson, he is a pretty funny guy. But my favorite that he's written is The Walk in the Woods. Because I have the dream of doing the Walk in the Woods at some point.
Mm-hmm.
He did portions of the Appalachian Trail, so over the course of a couple years. But it's a pretty funny movie, but a really funny book. About, like a old, overweight guy trying to walk and hike the Appalachian Trail.
Which one was that?
That was it. Yeah.
No, which one was that? Which guy was that?
That's well, they're both. One was just old and overweight. The other one was old and overweight and trying to recover as an alcoholic who kept going off the wagon. So. And didn't realize until they started it that how much he hated walking and camping and hiking. They had been old high school friends and hadn't talked to each other but a little bit over the years. So it was like Bryson called up Cats. They heard that he was doing, he's like, hey, I'll go. Which was probably the worst decision of his life, but the true Stephen Katz is really not, his name's not Stephen Katz, but I've seen interviews with him and he says now that he was glad that he did it because he did
In retrospect, he's
try to
happy about
kind of clean up his life after that. There's a fun guy. I have been called a fun guy in the past. I even have a t-shirt that says it.
You do. That's correct.
But I'm a fun guy.
You are sweet.
From time to time. What is it Emily says about me? I've gotten better over the years. Which I'll take that.
That's just it.
That's better than
Good thing.
saying I got worse. Oh, she's gonna go nuts. Yeah, just kind of walk normal. Hey guys. Come on, man. Good walk. It's kind of, you can see when you look at it, very hazy out. Hey, bud. He's okay.
He's just protecting his
Yeah. Good walk. She used to bark back at them, but now she doesn't. She doesn't bark back anymore. That was probably that car that went by.
Oh, so awesome.
We all of our workplaces as of June 1st became completely smoke-free. They can't even. The employees have to clock out and leave the premises if they're going to smoke.
Oh. A lot of people will quit.
Well, I think some of them are trying to quit, but then you lose a lot of them for their breaks and stuff. But I'm sure that helped lower our insurance rates as a company, because we are pretty much self-insured. Woo-hoo. Pretty out this morning. There's another book I read about the Appalachian Trail called Grandma Gatewood's Journey, which is a very cool book about, she was the first woman to ever walk the entire Appalachian Trail. I think the first time she did it was, she was 68 years old.
Whoa.
And
See, you got a lot of years left.
She did it
if
in.
Grandma Gatewood can do it, you can.
She did it in old Keds tennis shoes, like you figure the old Keds tennis shoes. And you know what she took for her to sleep on? She didn't take a sleeping bag or anything. She took her shower curtain from her bathroom. So that's what she had with her.
Oh.
She had.
She was hardcore.
Now, what she did back then, and it's probably harder to do now, because you figure she did it in the. Oh, there it is. Yeah. There's Mr. Popcorn checking out. Oh, that's pretty cool down. He's right there in the, it's like there's a ray of sunlight coming right down on him. He probably is. He's probably enjoying basking in the sun there.
Yeah, 'cause it's so wet yesterday.
Yep.
I gotta dry my feathers out.
The zoo posted something. He was, where was he? He was near the capybara or something. He had his feathers opened up. It was funny. So I don't know if he was like showing off or what. Like, oh yeah. But yeah, Grandma Emma Gatewood. She then was the first person to ever walk the entire Appalachian Trail twice.
Wow.
She was the very first person. I think she was in the 50s, because she got on Groucho Marx's show You Bet Your Life and things like that. She became like a celebrity doing that. But what she would do is she would walk down off the trail every night, and she would ask some people if she could sleep on their porch or something like that. And most of those people back then would say, "Oh, come on in, we got a room for you," you know. So she met all these people doing that kind of helped her along her way. So it was a good book. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was also somewhat sad, because she came from a really abusive relationship. She did this after her husband passed away. But she at one point had left her husband and gone to the West Coast and left her kids with her husband just to get away from the abusive relationship. But after he passed away, she just decided one day, and it was something she'd always wanted to do, some me time. So she didn't even hardly tell her kids. They called one of her grown sons after a newspaper interviewed her, and he was like, "Well, she didn't tell us she was going anywhere, but you know, Mom always did whatever she wanted to do." That was fun. But yeah, she had a group of families. That's why when she walked it the second time, she already knew a lot of the people, so she would just go back to their house. And so it was there were times where she ran out of food. I think it said one time she was walking along a railroad track, and it happened that she didn't know where she was going to get a meal. She wasn't near any homes, and she found a can of she didn't even know what it was, but she opened it up, and it was like Dinty Moore beef stew. Oh. So that's what she had, a little fire, and she heated that up and ate that night.
Wow, that was lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, they call them trail angels, I guess, that kind of watch out. things seem to happen, like, hopefully more often than not, good for people who walk the trail.
Sure.
So you say
Nice.
they're these trail angels that watch out for you. Some are actual humans that do things. They just, like, people that live in that area know about people that the through hikers, so they try to do good things for them. And then sometimes just good things happen to you. And that's the same thing in Cheryl Strayed's book, Wild. I'm not going to pick that up. In Cheryl Strayed's book, Wild, that was made into a movie with Reese Witherspoon, she had a lot of people that helped her along the way too. 'Cause she can. All right, there we go. There's a little squirrely. Oh, I wonder if these will rejuvenate. Looks like they got pretty dry. Think they'll come back. Pretty morning down here this morning. Swallows swimming around, flying around. They're not swimming. Swimming through the air. Sounds like a poetry reference. Swallows swimming through the humid air. I'm gonna take my daily dam picture. Damn. Oh, just saw a red-winged blackbird chasing a squirrel. That's interesting. All right, so here is your morning view of the river. Shut this one off.